Timothy, I love your political talk. You guys are straight down the middle. You never know what political team you're on. Keep discussing everything. That's because we don't necessarily have to be on a team, issue by issue.
No.
Doesn't everybody's opinion change issue by issue on everything else? Forget politics, because everybody now wears a uniform and puts the hat on, and that's what they are now. But, aren't there some fucking days where, you want a sandwich and,
Am I the only person, I think it was yesterday, I was watching the news and Biden got off it was the day before. Biden got off a plane and he had a fucking Under Armour fucking blue hat on. I'm like, what has he got, a fucking deal now with these guys? Did you see that?
No.
All day long he was sporting an Under Armour ball cap. I don't even know what the fuck the logo was in front.
Aviator shades? Do you have the Ray-Ban
No,
gimmick too?
no. It looks like he's got new veneers or something. He looked at the State of the Union. He looked like he'd gotten some stem cells or some
putting
shit.
them back together. Screwed them in a little tighter before going out. But it's I don't know. We're in such a divisive time, and people's identities have become their political party, right? It's totally imbued their system, and now it is them.
Because we've had this conversation before, just when we've been talking. It's like when you put a sticker of a candidate on the back of your car, and maybe even one that tells the other one to fuck off, and you wear a hat, and you put a 6-foot flag in the back of your pickup truck, you are taking on. Then if you disagree with that person on anything, you're basically saying, wow, I'm an asshole. So you can't disagree because you're so all in.
Becomes a commentary on you.
How many Biden bumper stickers do you see?
Up here more than you do down there.
I don't think I've seen one in my life down here.
Right.
But then again, I mean, they're considering letting everybody carry a firearm without a concealed permit down here too. So all I had to do is just give some fucking crazy ass a reason to shoot you.
Oh, it's going to be the fucking set of Rust down there. Thomas Johnson, thank you guys for the discussion of Tyree Nichols. Thank you for the compassion and recognition of the problem. Much respect. Listen, I don't know how else you could look at that situation differently than we did. We had a domino. But another surprising statistic that I heard, child poverty cut in half. They fact-checked this, and it's pretty much true. It was a 46% drop from the child poverty rate was 9.7% in 2020 and 5.2% in 2021. And the child tax credit, I think, is largely you'd have to point to for that. You were able to claim, I'm trying to remember, up to a certain, it was based on income too, so you didn't get the full tax credit if you made over a certain threshold. That shit used to drive me crazy. They never adjusted that for location, which I thought was pretty crazy. Like, if the threshold for not getting a tax credit was $150,000, let's say, right, where it starts to sunset, percentage-wise, after your household income's $150,000. The guy in Pawhuska, Oklahoma, gets that same threshold as the guy in New York City or
right?
Chicago or Miami. $150,000 is the poverty rate in New York.
Yeah, absolutely.
They never slid that for.
No, there's not. But it's funny if you work a SAG film, the per diem is like $68 in Albuquerque, and $135 in L.A. or New York. So
the entire country should take their cue from our union.
Our union's fucking it's gotten shitty. But while we're on, I would have shot that motherfucking balloon down before it got into even Alaska.
They wanted it over water, and they also wanted it to be able to come down intact so they could take it apart and see what's in it. So just firing missiles willy-nilly at it.
Everybody has this, it's like, I don't understand why China's so upset. It's just like, well, during Trump's administration, they had got 3 of them on our, in our airspace. Earlier in Biden's administration, they got a 4th one, and then we just decide to shoot the 5th one down over Myrtle Beach, and they're wondering why the Chinese are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't do this to the last 4.
Yeah, that's like fucking, it's like the girl that gives you anal the first 4 dates, and you go to hit it in the ass on the 5th date. What are you fucking thinking? Jesus, man, you fucking let me hit that shit for fucking the last 4 times.